right? Any doubts? Any takers on that, right? Just a great guy, and he wants this thing just so bad for everybody. He's got his cute little daughter back there. I thought that was pretty awesome. I don't have this gene, so this is kind of odd that I would do this. All right, so I'm gonna make it through this, and we're gonna be cool. Everybody got that? Deep breath, deep breath. All right, okay. Anyway, I just have a lot of respect for this guy. He is he's got a huge, massive business. He was, been with this company since, I remember him talking about, I've been with this company since they were handing out sticks of Revv in plastic bags. Okay, this guy, he's a warrior, and I want to bring him up here. So let's rip the roof off, and I mean rip the roof off. For welcome to this stage, Kevin Goldberg.
Thank you guys. I have the most boring topic to talk about. Woo! We're going to talk about the product. It's not actually that boring. It's pretty exciting. So, I want to get a little bit of scientific detail, if I can. What's an antioxidant? Any takers? Antioxidant. What's an antioxidant?
Here's everything.
Real quick.
It cleans out your system.
Totally good. It's true. An antioxidant cleans out your system. I wasn't sure where I was going to go with it, so I figured he would guide it. When I saw a Revv in the beginning, I was like, is this a gimmicky product? Energy drink? That's like a swear word. Like energy drink, people see that, oh, I don't drink those, they're bad, they don't taste good, You get all those kinds of things. And I'm like, well, let's look into it. Revv Energy, for those of you guys who don't know, you're familiar with our product, Chia Vita. Revv Energy and Chia Vita are almost the identical it's the identical, what is the word I'm looking for? Compound, that's the word I was looking for. Compound as Chia Vita, it's just in a powdered format. Imagine taking a juice that works. When people drank it, they were losing weight. They were having the number 3 testimonials that they were having was they were losing weight. Their mood was enhanced. You ever notice when you drink Revv, you're happier?
Yeah.
You really, scientifically, we're going to go into why that is. Your mood is just good. Overall sense of well-being. You're happier. You're alert, awake. You're here, kind of more present. And then you get energy too. Plus, it's giving you the antioxidants of about 8 servings of fruit in a 16-ounce bottle. And then on top of that, loaded with antioxidants. What is an antioxidant? Everything in your body, from the common cold all the way to cancer, is caused by something called oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is a process that happens when a cell that's missing an electron, and I usually will use a stuffed animal to explain it. Because I'm a visual person, and I don't do really good out that. But basically, John Wayne, he died of colon cancer. And how he got that from a cellular level was basically oxidative stress. There was waste, because his diet was very poor, that was attached to the cellular walls of his colon. And what happened at cellular level was a free radical, which is a cell that's missing an electron, goes and takes an electron from another cell, causing a domino effect over and over and over again, until you end up with cancer or something. Or the cold, or the same process happens when a cut doesn't repair. Just about anything in your body is caused by that. What speeds that process up is called inflammation. We're very familiar with that. Anti-inflammatories are prescribed all the time. There are natural anti-inflammatories in fruits, different supplements, herbs, teas, different things of that nature. And so if you have oxidative stress and you have inflammation speeding up everything bad in your body, it would be nice to have anti-inflammatories and antioxidants, because they obviously combat that. So I use the analogy, an antioxidant, and we talk about that ORAC scale. 2,500 ORAC is what 8 servings of fruit equates to, which is 2 sticks of Revv or 16 ounces in a bottle. ORAC stands for oxygen radical absorption capacity. Basically what that is imagine, let's say, a grape. 1 ounce of grapes, or 1 gram of grapes, has about 130 antioxidants. An acai berry has upwards to over 1,000 with the same composition. So what we did was we took fruits and top things like grapeseed extract, which is loaded with antioxidants. There are different kinds as well. Acai, cupuaçu, fucoxanthin, and it just varies away. Cinnamon twig extract loaded with antioxidants. They're all a little bit different in composition. Put them together, so synergistically you have different types of antioxidants all coming together. And an antioxidant is like a cell just holding a basket of electrons. And he's just passing them out to the ones that need it. He's like, got two for you. You know? That's how I see it in my mind, you know? And so, when I drink a Revv, I have that image going on in my mind. He's got a real smile on his face, and he's all happy. He's grateful, too. He's helping people out. So, some people say, oh my gosh, I had 8 sticks a day. I'm thinking, wow, you're definitely doing some good things for your body, you know, because you're giving yourself more antioxidants, more phytonutrients, which are natural anti-inflammatories that come from fruits, tree barks, like cinnamons, cinnamon twig. So, at a cellular level, you're doing an incredible amount of good in your body, and most of us don't get 8 servings of fruit, or the recommended daily amount of fruit, which is 10 to 12 servings of fruit a day. And different fruits, different colored fruits. The anti-inflammatories are in the color of the fruit. The deeper the color of the fruit, the more potent they are. And the different types, I can go into like flavonoids and different kinds of things. We won't get into all that. My favorite thing in Revv, it's completely under-talked about. I get excited about it. I have a crazy story that I'm not going to share with you. But it's called 5-HTP. Some of you guys have heard the story. 5-HTP. It stands for 5-hydroxytryptophan. Tryptophan sounds familiar because that's what's in turkey that makes you get tired. When you take 5-HTP, 5-HTP, it increases melatonin or serotonin in the brain and dopamine in the brain production. That's what affects your mood. It affects women's menstrual cycles. It affects men's libido. As far as sleep schedules, circadian rhythms, the way how deep of sleep you go into, the amount of quality sleep, like REM sleep cycles. On top of that, people recommend St. John's wort or 5-HTP for mood enhancements, depression, social anxiety disorder, people who have, I don't know how you put it, tendencies to suicide, schizophrenia, different things of that nature. They take 5-HTP. People will say, why don't you just take serotonin? Why don't you just take dopamine? Your body will not process that properly. When it goes from blood to brain, it doesn't come through all the way. There was a lot of research done on Revv to put that together, because what happens when you take 5-HTP is, in the blood, it will actually, depending on, blood's the delivery system for all the nutrients that you take in your body. I get the caffeine question a lot. You probably get the caffeine question a lot, but we put 5-HTP in, so from blood to brain chemistry, it produces natural serotonin, natural dopamine in the brain, therefore making you happier, stabilizing your mood, helping you sleep better, mental clarity because your brain chemistry is balanced, and your body needs 3 things for mental clarity. B vitamins, which you only get in liver, vitamin B12, and most of us don't eat liver. So drinking Revv, very good for you. And vitamin B is one of the only things that if you take a lot of, your body's just going to urinate out what it doesn't use. So you can't necessarily overdose on that. In the sense where you're taking B vitamins, amino acids and essential oils like your omega-3s and 6s and 9s, those are the things in your brain that will produce that. Acai berry is one of the largest fruit sources that has omega-3s, 6s, and 9s. On top of that, you have amino acids coming from almost every one of the things. I can't even pronounce it. Glucana. I can't even pronounce it. It's the second ingredient in Revv. It does that. Every single ingredient in Revv synergistically works together, and it was thought out so well to work together as a blend to give you mental clarity, to help with weight loss. And when they say appetite suppression, we don't talk about that. We're going to get to the caffeine question in a minute. Appetite suppression, it doesn't just make you not hungry, it makes you, like fucoxanthin and shot of bugre are the 2 things in there that cause appetite suppression. And the appetite suppression from that, it makes you take a few bites of food, and you guys have experienced this, I experienced this. After a few bites of food, you're not hungry anymore. And when I was trying to gain weight, I was kind of frustrated. It wasn't a good thing, but I knew that it worked, So it's good. I'm kind of a skeptic when it comes to products. So knowing that there's a lot behind it. Cinnamon twig extract and stevia leaf they actually, and I'm going to let someone else talk about that because I'm going to bring somebody up because I hate coming up here and talking. And if I have to, I don't want to do it alone. So I'll bring people because I secretly am shy. It's true. My mom's sitting over there and she can testify to that. So caffeine, we get that question all the time. There are two types of caffeine, and if you were at convention, the doctor talked a little bit about it. There's anhydrous caffeine, which is made in a lab and it's synthetic, and there is methyl xanthol caffeine. A methyl xanthol caffeine is good. We recommend you take that. It's like olive oil, it's good for you. It has polyphenols in it as well. That type of caffeine, what it does, and I'll use the example of an energy drink, a regular one in comparison with a Revv. You take a mainstream energy drink, and I won't name any names, but it's loaded with sugar, stimulants, and then caffeine. That caffeine constricts the blood vessels like kinking a hose. So imagine your blood vessels are the hose, and you kink the hose, and it starts to build up like pressure and everything. What do you put in your body? What is coming into the bloodstream? Sugar, stimulants, corn syrup, a bunch of preservatives. So you get this massive break in the line. Huge burst of energy, lasts good 2-3 hours maybe, followed by a massive crash. And you just put you put your liver through some work, you put your adrenals and your heart through some work, because your heart had to pump all that and kinking the hose. Think of what that would do to the heart. Over time, there's 2 people in this country a week, actually in the state, a week that die under the age of 25 from energy drink overdose. That's a statistic, look that up. It might even actually be a little higher. Revv, when you take a Revv, the caffeine in there was designed with the polyphenols, the phytonutrients, everything, they actually fortify the heart, helping the heart pump better, and then it dilates the blood vessels, kind of opening them up so that it can flow in a lot better. What are you bringing in your body? A synergistic, scientific product that was put together to balance out, give your body what it doesn't have, help with your joints, help with your tissue, mental clarity, mood establishment, and it put all that in, and it was done in a way where it actually regulates and kind of your blood sugar. Tony Taylor's a diabetic, and he injected insulin in front of me, and I was really uncomfortable. How'd you go with the whole needle thing? I can name you so many people that are in their 60s, 70s, even some in their 80s that drink Revv. People that are diabetic that drink Revv. And they'll check their levels before, they'll check their levels after. And what it does actually kind of regulates it a lot better. It's almost like some people say take a spoonful of cinnamon to regulate your blood sugar. We have a cinnamon twig extract, so it's concentrated. So it's not going to affect the taste, but you get all the benefits. Revv was put together, I got all nerdy. I read like 3 entire books on different ingredients in the product to get into it. And I've talked to the people that have created it and everything. But there's no proof like proof in the pudding. And if you guys will allow me, I want to open the snack pack. We have a doctor in the crowd. Can you stand up? You know who you are. His name is Ron. Ron, where are you? Come here. This is Ron Olson. He's here all the way from Arizona. He's a doctor.